Parliament Television.
Witness Law Association of Zambia, we welcome you to the Parliamentary Select Committee appointed by the Right Honorable Madam Speaker to scrutinize Constitutional Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025. Witness would like you to introduce yourself with your team so as the members can address you accordingly with your team. You may proceed.
Chair, thank you so much, and good morning, honorable members. Lungisani Zulu is my name. I'm the president of the Law Association of Zambia. With me, I'll ask my colleagues to quickly introduce themselves. I will begin on the left. Laz is a member of the WASIS Forum. So in solidarity of our position, we have the chairperson who is accompanying us to these proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair. My name is Katebe Beauty.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members of Parliament. My name is Womba Silumbu Kankondo, and I'm the treasurer for the Law Association of Zambia. Thank you.
Good morning, honorable members. My name is Chandan Koluma. I'm a member of the Law Association of Zambia. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. My name is Nkole Katia Lungu. I am the legal officer for the Law Association of Zambia Secretariat. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. My name is Veronica Nyanga. I'm the senior legal officer at the Law Secretariat. Thank you.
The name is not here. Honorable members, starting from those on my right.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, our witness. I'm Jacqueline Sabao, Member of Parliament for Jigankata Constituency. I'm the Vice Chairperson of this Select Committee. I welcome you.
Thank you, Chair. Law Association of Zambia, you are welcome. My name is Simon Banda, Member of Parliament for Petauke Central. I'm also a member of this Select Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, lads. My name is Nkombo, Gary Nkombo. I represent Mazabuka Central Constituency and member of this committee.
Thank you, Chairperson. Morning, President, lads. My name is Jonathan Daka, Member of Parliament for Chadiza Constituency in Eastern Province, and also a member of this Select Committee. You are most welcome.
Morning, Razi. George Kasavila Kangafula, Member of Parliament, Serenje. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Laz. And I also wish to acknowledge the chairperson of the WASIS Forum. I am Sibongile Mwamba. I represent the people of Kasama Central Constituency. You are most welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, witness. My name is Newton Samakai, Mwinlonga Constituency.
Secretariat.
Good morning, Chair, to you and other honorable members. I am Chirimboy Elijah from the Office of the Clerk of National Assembly, and our witness, you are welcome.
Permanent, did we have other last members introduce themselves? Permanent witness.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and good morning to you and good morning, honorable members. Good morning, witness. My name is David Mwengwe. I'm Parliamentary Counsel for Ministry of Justice. Thank you.
Law Association of Zambia and your team. I am Imanga Onyema Jr., Member of Parliament for Nalolo Constituency in Western Province, and the chairperson of this Select Committee. Witness, before we start our interaction, I seek your indulgence for a 5 minutes adjournment, and we'll begin our interaction so that as for us to address an administrative issue. Thank you. Okay. Yes, just keep it.
My eParlament mobile application. First, download the app on either Play Store or App Store and install. After installation, open the app. Step 1. Register your personal information, that's your names, gender, NRC and date of birth. Step 2. Add your contact information, your email, phone number and home address. Step 3. Select your constituency. Step 4. Create your 4-digit PIN. At this point, the system will send an SMS to your mobile number with a one-time passcode. Step 5. Confirm with one-time passcode that was sent to your mobile. Step 6. Sign in using your phone number and the 4-digit PIN. And Step 7. Create your submission and submit. My eParlament, bringing Parliament closer to you. My eParlament mobile application. My eParlament is a mobile application developed by the National Assembly of Zambia in order to bring Parliament closer to you. You can download and install My eParlament from App Store or Play Store. Once installed, you can raise your concerns, provide your input, opinion and feedback on various projects or decisions being made in your constituency. On My eParlament mobile application, you can listen to Parliament Radio. You will have access to parliamentary documents such as bills and acts which are considered in Parliament. You also have access to National Assembly social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can also watch parliamentary debates live on our YouTube channel. Download My eParlament now. My eParlament, bringing Parliament closer to you.
On Know Your Constituency, we profile one of the most prominent constituencies in the country.
The constituency is facing a lot of challenges, but the major ones are: number 1, poor road network, communication network, no financial institutions, no colleges, no electricity, and inadequate infrastructure in both education and health.
bayuthi nabo onayika mulandu n'obwalwa n'abaana mayo bonse n'abaponenamu nsunko obwalwa kyena nakibonawula
ekyo ndeko nkomesha ndeko obuyantanshi kuno kwanga obukinjeko kuno mukushi is a farm block and then mukushi noturalima ko into things sana so no misevo poor road networks a challenge tukwete po tweshingwana na ena.
In Mukushi, we watch Parliament TV.
Watch Parliament TV, the TV that brings Parliament closer to our community.
Favorite to Tamba Parliament TV Korea. Great.
Witness, welcome back. We will proceed to with the meeting. Just for guidance, witness, we take note that Laz is making a submission and is entitled to have solidarity. However, I'd like to invite our chairperson for the Voices Forum to take the seat of as a member giving solidarity to Laz, and that the table can be occupied by Laz members. Yes, and Witness, let me welcome you once again, and let me proceed to confer you with immunity as provided for under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, which gives you immunity against prosecution for what you submit before the National Assembly, and that should you mislead this committee, the reverse applies. Witness, you are guided to focus on the salient features of your submission. Let me also make mention that your team, including the chairperson of the Oasis Forum, are welcome to also make a submission if they so please as the Oasis Forum before this honorable committee. However, if your submission forms the collective position, it is also welcome. Witness, you are guided to proceed and free to make your submission.
Chair, thank you so much for those welcome remarks and welcoming my team. Chair, whenever we come before you at the invitation of the National Assembly, we are always excited because to come before you represents an opportunity to contribute to the reform of the law. But unfortunately, today we come before you not excited, but very saddened. We are saddened because the current process, Chair, is a representation of a serious threat to the national principles and values that the Constitution espouses in Article 8 of our Constitution. Under those salient provisions, Chair, democracy and constitutionalism are the pillar that makes Zambia a democracy. We are saddened because we sit here when the supreme law of the land has been interpreted, and the proceedings that we are doing today have been impugned by the Constitutional Court in a case of Munia Zulu and Celestine Mukandila. We feel saddened because according to the Constitution, any act, any omission that is contrary to the Constitution is itself illegal. As lawyers, Chair, you may wish to know that we begin our journey as lawyers by taking an oath to defend, to preserve, and protect the Constitution. I want to stress that we feel duty-bound to represent the people of this country in defending the Constitution of the land. Why do I say so? Chair, in the aforementioned case of Celestine Mukandila versus Munia Zulu and Celestine Mukandila, the court, which is given final jurisdiction on matters of interpretation of the law, especially the supreme law of the land, did make a specific finding that the initiation of Bill 7, which at that time was contained in the ministerial position, flouted a number of provisions, including Article 1, Article 2, Article 5, Article 7, Article 8, Article 9, Article 61, Article 90, Article 91, and Article 92 of the Constitution of this land. The finding was that the initiation of the process must have benefited from the people. How? According to the express findings of the Constitutional Court, the beginning point was for government to appoint a neutral expert grouping, a technical committee that was required, first of all, to go and find from the people areas which they felt needed to be amended in the Constitution. Apart from finding from the people, the experts were required to also look through various submissions from previous constitutional review processes. Once that is done, the experts were required to frame the proposals into a bill. And once the bill has been framed, the bill and those proposals were therefore required to be taken to the people at district level, at constitutional level, at provincial level, as well as at national level. Only at the conclusion of this process was the bill supposed to be brought before the House, the National Assembly, and you as a select committee to deliberate on it. Unfortunately, that is not what has happened.
Order witness. Just for guidance, we as a select committee are aware of your position as last on the process. However, you take note that the letter with management wishes you to interact with us within the scope of our mandate, and that is to scrutinize the submissions of the public within the objects of the bill. So while we sympathize with your position as Lars and many other different positions, the National Assembly and this committee in particular enjoys separation of powers. So we are aware with the processes in the judiciary, engagements with the executive. However, your engagement as Lars with us as the select committee and with the legislature should be focused or narrowed down to the objects of the bill that we're scrutinizing. However, we have taken note to get information from your preamble, which is well documented in the public domain, and you are guided to focus on addressing the specific objects of the bill, whose mandate to address is within this committee. Any other concerns, legitimate as they may be, are not within the scope of this mandate. However, you are guided to proceed.
Thank you, Chair. In fact, may I indicate, Chair, thank you for that guidance, that what I'm speaking to is what is indicated in our written submissions to the National Assembly in our letter dated 8th December 2025. As a body of lawyers with a mandate under Section 4 of the Law Association of Zambia Act, we are duty-bound, Chair, to highlight to your committee some of the concerns. I take note of your guidance, and indeed the concerns we have, which are documented in our letter of the said 8th December 2025, is a plea to you and the committee that in light of the constitutional challenges posed by the judgment of the courts of law, you are duty bound as custodians of the Constitution to also do your part to highlight even to the executive and everyone that is ventilating on this process the need to observe and comply with all pronouncements of the courts of law. The consequences for not doing so, unfortunately for the country, are dire. We as an association have been approached many times by different stakeholders who worry about what it means if indeed the executive could decide to proceed in any way it wants because it doesn't like a judgment. What happens to mining investments, bilateral agreements, if the basis of not complying is because you don't like the judgment? Our plea, Chair, is that in light of the Constitutional Court's declaration that the underpinning process was a nullity, in light of the state's unwillingness, the executive's unwillingness to proceed with this process, we implore you through this committee to please impress upon everyone to follow the guidance of the courts of law. Our members are not averse to a reform of the Constitution. In fact, we are on record many times that citizens benefit when laws are reformed, but the reform of the law must be holistic, must ensure that it is underpinned by democratic tenets, which is that they must be people-driven. Ours, Chair, is a plea. Please, through you and your committee, help to defend the Constitution. I thank you.
Honored witness, you can proceed to the your substantive submissions to Bill number 7.
So, Chair, that exactly is what we were. That's what forms our basis of the yes. To just caution that in light of these serious fundamental failures to comply, it will be remiss of us to begin to deliberate on a bill which, as we sit currently now, has been found to have been initiated in breach of the Constitution. We are hard-pressed to justify why we must contribute to ignoring express provisions of the Constitutional Court, notwithstanding whether we like them or we don't. And we are trying to join you as a select committee to help voice out this concern. I thank you.
You are done with the submission?
Yes, Chair, I'm done. Thank you.
This was all that was prepared for submission?
Yes, Chair. Thank you.
Secretariat, any guidance? I have a submission of Laz here. It goes up to page 9 and signed by Mr. Zulu President. So, is this the correct submission that I have?
Up page 5, Chair.
Page 9.
That's an attachment, Chair.
So what do we do with your attachment? Who submits on your behalf?
No. Chair, what we have submitted on is what is from page 1 to 5 of our written submission. For historical context, we did attach, but our position is what is contained from page 1 to page 5.
Okay, Laz, you have your submission which you submitted the National Assembly?
Yes.
Okay, go to the page which says the Law Association of Zambia, detailed response to the outline of the prominent key issues requiring constitutional amendment and proposed roadmap.
Yes, Chair, I'm there.
Yes, so this submission is your submission.
So, Chair, that is referenced on page 1 of our written submissions.
So I'm saying this page where it starts, this title, the Law Association of Zambia, detailed response to the outline of prominent key issues requiring constitution. Is it your submission?
To the process as it was commenced. So what we are saying is, when the process commenced, we did highlight to government, and ultimately and eventually the courts found that what was done...
Order, witness.
Yes, please.
Order. I'm saying this page here, is it Laz's submission to the National Assembly?
Yes, Chair. It's an attachment to our written letter.
So are you withdrawing this attachment?
No, not at all.
So who is making the submission on this attachment?
No, Chair, we submitted it as an attachment for the committee to appreciate where we're coming from.
Okay. Honorable Nkombo, you want to come in?
Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you very much, witness, for your preamble, which is very clear to all of us here. We risk having an impasse if we continue like this. Whereas we understand what you've just submitted about the process, we would plead to you that we will take full notice of what you have highlighted to the committee and to the nation, because the nation is listening. Now, the mandate of this committee, notwithstanding the breaches that you have highlighted here, sits in receiving the detailed response to each particular clause. And so our request would be that, first, to give you comfort that what we generate as a report will include your concerns. Nothing will be left out. But the primary menu for this committee is your response to each of these clauses, notwithstanding the fact that you seem to disapprove, based on the court judgment of the process. We would request humbly that you walk us through this attachment, and then we'll add it to these many submissions that other witnesses for and against this process have submitted. That would be my earnest request to you.
Just for guidance, we can't begin interrogating the witness unless if it's a comment. The issue here, I think, that we need to exhaust with the witness before we have additional comments, is that it's not the first time you're appearing before a select committee. You've appeared on several select committees, which I have sat on myself, and you are well aware that you cannot make a submission which you do not wish to read or speak to. You have spoken to your introduction and preamble, and the committee has indulged. We now wish you to speak to the issues, key issues that surround the objects of the bill, which constitute the fundamental mandate of this committee. What you actually read, the processes, do not form our mandate, but we had to indulge for the purposes of it informing us on record of your position, which is in public domain. However, I would like you to now read your submission with regards to this heading, which talks of the key issues requiring constitutional amendment and proposed roadmap, which you have submitted in written. So, witness, you are guided so as everyone and the nation can be on the same page, that apart from your introduction, you have an attachment which also needs to be submitted before this honorable committee. And before you come in, allow Honorable Nyambosi, then we allow the witness to respond. Because this is their submission, they have to speak to their submission in a very...
Chair, actually it's a short one. My name is Mishek Mtetwa Nyambos. I represent the wonderful people of Chasef Constituency in Eastern Province. And just to buttress the 2 points raised, my little understanding, I'm a law government practitioner, I'm not a lawyer, but having sat or being in this parliament for 4 years now, and being privy to the processes, I've learned that when witnesses appear the way you have appeared, and I've had situations where I've sat in committees where you have appeared, you have made submissions written and you speak to them. You give your preamble and you speak to them. And for you first to have the wisdom to submit to your written, this is your own. And as I walked in, I saw this submission from Laz. I said, yes, you have submitted. So, my expectation was that you speak to this, or if you don't want to speak to it, you can say this is our submission, and you have done very well. Short perusal, You have hinted on the mandate of this committee. You have spoken to the clauses through your submission. So what the chair is doing and others are saying that, what are you telling this committee? You have made a submission and you are reluctant to speak to it, if that is what I'm getting, or you are going ahead to speak to it. And from a layman's point of view, that's what I wanted to emphasize, so that the nation knows. You brought this yourselves. We have had witnesses, Chair, sorry, too, as I conclude. Those who have just sent a letter to the management about their feelings about the process. And because they just sent a letter, they came here, they never had. But you have done this and further interrogated and gave your opinions on the clauses. So it is just our layman's expectations that you lawyers, that you understand better than us. So this is the point. Are you going ahead, as the chair said, to take us through, or you say it is submitted because it's on record? Whether you speak to it or not, it's on record. The nation will know. So that's the plea. Thank you.
Honourable members, will not turn this into an engagement. The Honourable Nkombo, Honourable Nyambosa and myself are speaking the same thing. Is it the same thing, Honourable Daka? Very briefly, please.
Thank you, Chairperson. President, the nation is watching, and as you have rightly put it, that you have got an attachment. Now, how is the nation going to be, how are they going to know the content of your attachment? Because you have the preamble you have read to the nation. Now, there's an attachment that you would want to be silent about. So it's a plea of the committee that let the nation also be aware about your attachment or the content of the attachment. I submit, Chairperson.
Chair, thank you so much. Maybe I need to clarify where we are sitting. The submissions I've made and page 5 of our written submissions is very clear. Is that the Law Association of Zambia respectfully urges government and the National Assembly to comply fully.
Order, witness. You've read that. It's the third time.
Yes. I wanted to go to the context of the attachment.
Okay.
So I was going to indicate how this must be interpreted.
Okay.
The point I'm making, Chair, is our plea to you and to government is to comply with the judgment. We have always been willing to engage with the National Assembly on any bill that comes before you. And it is for that reason that we even have detailed response to the process as it then was before it was challenged in the courts of law. Our written detailed response is a commitment that we have always been willing to contribute, and we were ready, and that is why we are showing you, Chair, that this detailed response captures the status of the
order. Witness, we don't want to waste time. Are you withdrawing your attachment to the letter you wrote to management? What you've read before this committee,
yes,
is a letter you wrote to management.
Yes.
You have not read your memorandum, where you have here in this memorandum commented on parts of the bill, and management wrote to you as Law Association of Zambia asking you to comment on the objects of the bill, not to come and make a plea to this committee. Your making a plea is incidental. Is incidental to what you are written for, and this committee has accepted your plea, yes, which forms the introduction and background of your submission. But you have commented on this bill, you have given an outline on objects of bill number 7. The question to you, Laz, is that why don't you want to read your own submission here, this outline of your comments on the bill? No. Are you withdrawing it? We don't want to be taken back to your plea.
Yes.
We have taken out of your plea and your introduction. Are you going to read this, or you are withdrawing it so as the committee can proceed? You should respond, witness.
Chair, I want to be very categorical. We are not withdrawing any of the attachments. There are two attachments to our written submission. The first attachment is dated 28th of March 2025. This is not responding to Bill number 7 that is currently before Parliament. This is responding to concerns as they were of the Minister of Justice, to demonstrate our commitment to contribute to the process. Immediately the court nullified the bill. We are stopped from contributing to speak to the specifics of the bill. But what we have attached is our written position about concerns we had at a time when the bill had not even been drafted or brought before this House. The day it was brought before this House, and subsequently its initiation nullified by the Constitutional Court, we couldn't respond and begin to interrogate section by section. What is the attachment here is the position of LAS as of 28th of March 2025, and not to any specific details of the bill. I hope that context helps, Chair.
So why did you attach it? Why did you attach it? Because you were written to comment on the objects of the bill. I will allow you to speak. You were written to by management to comment on the objects of the bill. You have responded to the letter to management which you read here, and made attachment on comments on the bill. You are declining to read the comments of the, because even in your letter you are talking about contempt of cases that have been thrown out. What we want to understand is this attachment you have here, which you as LAS have submitted and commented on the bill. What is it for if you are not ready to present it? What is it for if you are ready to present it?
It's not a comment on the bill number 7 of 2025. This is not a comment on the contents of the bill, because we are saying the bill is, as we speak now, its initiation was invalidated by the courts of law. We can't comment on section 1, 2, 3.
Okay, order, witness. With that said, this committee does not accept your submission. We do not accept your submission because you have submitted what you're not ready to submit. You are coming to this committee on the pretext of submitting, and you arrive and not submit. Therefore, we would like to thank you for appearing before this committee. Yes, Honorable Nkombo, we need to end this interaction and attend to witnesses who've come to submit, not to plea.
At the expense of this looking like a showdown, I would earnestly request and ask for members' support that we adjourn for 2 minutes before we get to a final settlement, because clearly we have a challenge. I'm requesting you, Chair, that you accommodate my thought, that we adjourn for just 2 minutes, and for the benefit of the Republic, and also urge ourselves to subdue our emotions on this matter.
All right, we adjourn for 5 minutes. Last, you may.
Thank you.
Hello Good morning and thank you for still being with us on Parliament Television. The Select Committee has adjourned for a short break, and appearing before the committee is the Law Association of Zambia, and they are appearing before the Parliamentary Select Committee appointed to scrutinize the Constitution of Zambia Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2025. I would urge you to continue watching Parliament Television, the only station that brings Parliament closer to you. Good morning.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.